Yo, what up? So I just went out with this right here, the Sony A6400 with the 85mm f1.8, and no lie, I think I took some of the best photos I've ever taken in my life. So you already know the vibes. We're going to jump into POV mode and narrate just a little bit. Watch the entire video so you can see if you spot which one is my favorite photo. So read them up and let's go. Took a little while to get warmed up. Snapped a couple here. Trying to see if I could shoot through things, getting my focus settings right. Focus settings still wasn't right to catch this lady across the street. Still getting warmed up, but I like this one right here. The cool thing with this lens is that you can shoot across the street. Saw these art pieces, so I decided to see if we could get one with somebody in the frame. And try to get one without the car, get a cleaner frame. Still getting warmed up and getting my focus settings right here. So starting to feel good. I like this one with the arrow pointing in their direction there. And then this is a famous coffee shop in Atlanta. Just thinking about maybe if we could get a set here. So I was trying to see if we could catch like the cafe sign, the open sign. Then right as I drop my hands, perfect street photography shot right here, because she puts the cup up to her face. I catch this shot. The layers on this one are crazy good. Then here I was getting a look up shot. Try to get a couple of those each video. Water started coming down, so I put the lens cap onto the lens. Another look up shot. This lady right here was funny because she's very intrigued by my camera. Pay attention to her because she's going to surprise us a little bit later in the video. This is where we get into like one of those problematic street photography situations. I'm here trying to see if I could make something happen on this street corner. This one I like the bokeh of the guys. This one kind of give me like, yo, nice Banana Republic model vibes here. But I wasn't just satisfied like that. I was still here on this corner for a while trying to make something. So then the idea was to use the brick lines to see if we could get leading lines up to this door frame here. Settings weren't right as I checked there. So I bumped up the aperture. Tried here, missed, couldn't catch this lady. Another miss. So then after a while I was about to give up, and then this lady right here is coming up with an umbrella. Spot her out the corner of my eye. Rush back to get into position. Boom. Caught this one right here. Loving the vibes of this one, especially with the pop of color from the umbrella. Then the rain started coming down pretty good. But then turn around, saw this construction worker. Nothing really says city vibes like a construction worker in the city. Snap this one right here. Love this one because the midtown is where we are, and that's not grain across the building. That's actually the rain adding texture to the shot. So then I spot this orange umbrella. Umbrella was blowing away. Turns out it was the lady. She had a PwC umbrella, which I know quite a few people that work there. So we're talking about that. And then she's like, yo, take my picture. So I got a couple portraits. This one is my favorite here because of the lights in the background. It shows you the magic of this lens with the bokeh balls in the background and her smile. Nice, sweet old lady giving us some vibes to the video there too. And we end up in another somewhat stressful scenario here. So I'm liking this frame right here. I'm trying to frame it up and see if I can get my settings right. So that looks good. All we need now is a subject. So see a guy walking up in a suit. That's another like standard street photography vibes, is your man in a suit in a frame. As he's walking up, the traffic comes and I'm like, yo, this car is going to prevent me from getting this shot. She pulls off as he's walking up. I'm still stressed. I just start snapping and praying and boom, get one. So there was one car on my side of the road, but I like the way that it helps to put something in the foreground to kind of frame up the shot there. So lowered the shutter speed here. Saw this vintage Benz. Tried to capture it there. Got a couple of shots there that worked. Then I also saw this framing right here with the lights and thought it would be cool to shoot through the frame to frame up a subject. And this guy actually turned out to be a great subject because he has on the hoodie. He looks kind of mysterious, liking the vibes on this one. And the hedge kind of works as a leading line to lead your eye towards the subject there a little bit as well. And the funny part here, I was trying to frame up, like, see if I could catch anything with this lady across the street. Would add to the cafe vibe set. And the same guy's walking back asked me if I take photos. He's like, yo, could you take a photo of me? I'll snap a few shots of you, bro.
Is your brand or something?
Like the vibes on this one. Again, separation, bokeh in the background. Kind of tight. Step back. This one was kind of cool, the way that he's looking off. Almost looks like a model shoot or what you can do with the lens there. And then he started putting up his phone, got one more of him, and then that was kind of it. The battery on my POV camera actually died, so that was it. Made it this far in the video, that means you were feeling the vibes just like I was. Again, one or two of these photos are some of my favorite. The one in particular that made me say at the start of the video, these are some of the best photos I've ever taken, is the one with the lady drinking the coffee. Like, it's just one of those things, like, I wanted to shoot through the window, but then I didn't really want to. But as she puts it up, she's not looking at the camera. You can't really see the subject behind her. And then the reflections of everything just makes it so crazy, with the reflections of the building, the cars passing right at the right moment, street paint on the ground, and the bokeh of this lens is creating so many different layers to where she's tack sharp, she's the subject, but everything else just create like these nice layers. And then of course, like the warm lamps in the background there with the daylight on our face. This is like, yo, again, I showed this to some of my photographer friends and they're like, yo, this is the best picture you ever taken. But it just goes to show, this is the reason why I like street photography, because like, I can't ever recreate that moment with that particular car, with these particular layers. You could get something similar, but you're never going to get the same thing. For others that I like there, the guy in the suit, as again, and obviously the girl with the pinkish purple umbrella there was a definite another vibe with the leading lines going through there. If you like this particular video here, I do have a video coming up real soon on how to set up your Sony camera for street photography. So hit the subscribe button or the notification button if you're here early, or depending on when you're watching this, that video will be right here. So I either see you over there or I'll catch you in the next one. Big up yourself. Peace.